Okay, so you should have already hit the record macro button and then accepted the default name there and then hit OK. So this is the point where you should be at right now in the training. And to get started, all we need to do is type in the formulas and copy them down here in the columns and then filter this data to show only the volunteer records. So you're going to literally use the information that's been put into the training program website there. So just type in the formulas that you've been given there. Equals, if, open parentheses, G2 equals 11, comma, true, comma, and, open parentheses, G2 equals 10, comma, F2 is greater than 20, close parentheses, and then one more close parentheses, and then control enter. So we just put in the first function there, and basically let me give you an idea what the Excel is doing with this function. Excel is looking at the months in the G column here, and for every volunteer that has 11 months, they're going to put true in the column here. And it's also checking for a second criteria. It's looking for anybody that's close to 11 but not really fully at 11. So it's looking for anybody with 10 months and days that are greater than 20. So by my account, it should have one record here, 2, 3, 4 records here, and then one record here, because this is not 11 but it's close to 11. It fits the criteria of 10 and greater than 20 for the days. And so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and copy this formula down the column. And in the lower right corner of that cell, you can see the little box there. You're going to hover over that box until you get this icon, and left click and hold it and drag down. And then we're going to type in cell J2 and type in that formula. Equals, if, open parentheses, I2 equals true, comma, quotation, yes, quotation, comma, quotation, quotation, close parentheses, and hit control enter. And then let's basically go ahead and copy this formula down the column as well. So look for that lower button in the corner there, hover over it, left click, hold it, left click and hold it, and drag down. And just to give you an explanation of this formula right here is looking for any value here that says true in the criterion column. It wants to say yes here, because if it met the criterion to show me that it's a volunteer, then we're going to say yes, that person does have an anniversary coming up. And let's go ahead and use the last column here. This is going to tell us which anniversary they're approaching. So we're going to type in equals, if, open parentheses, J2 equals yes, so quotation, yes, quotation, comma, H2 plus 1, comma, quotation, quotation, close parentheses, and then hit control enter. And then let's copy this formula down here as well. And basically what this function is asking us to do is, if J2 says yes, like this one says yes. If this says yes, then we want to take the value that's in the column H, which is the year, and add 1 to it. So it's taking 2 and adding 1 to it to make it 3. And so for this one, it's taking 7 and adding 1 to it and making it 8. So it's telling us which anniversary that the volunteer is approaching. This volunteer happens to be approaching his 8th anniversary. So that's basically it. Now, once you have copied these formulas down the columns properly, all we need to do is just filter the table. So here in the anniversaries column, let's click on that filter button. And then we're going to type in yes here in the text filters box. And then just hit enter. And basically it just took our records and just filtered out anyone that said yes in it. And so we're all finished with this part of the training activity. The last thing we need to do is just hit stop recording.